Good day and welcome back to another TV Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how you can beat the two challenge battles for the Don't Give Up Universe 7 story event. So basically, just to take a look, you have to take on these fights with one fighter per challenge. So you have one for Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and you have one for Ultimate Gohan. So in terms of equipment, I just kind of flashed it on the screen for you. You'll be given one partner. For the Vegeta fight, you're given 17, LF17 to be precise. So pretty cool. The partner doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage. The goal to really take on these fights and kind of win these fights with ease is mainly just to continue rotating your characters and handle your vanishing gauge. The more you rotate your characters and keep up the vanishing gauge, it's important to do. Secondly, you need to combo quite well. The AI will spam refresh its vanishing gauge. So what you want to do is when you are comboing, you want to combo in quite substantially. And then after you're done comboing in, then give yourself a little bit of a pause time. Rather wait to see what the AI does. The AI sometimes will not attack. So this will give you an opportunity to kind of refresh your vanishing gauge without being under too much overt pressure. So I would highly suggest that you look into doing that. Then obviously make sure you hit your vanishing rush. Make sure your rising rush. Sorry. Make sure you hit your rising rush with your primary damage dealer, not with Android 17 like I did here. As hitting it with your primary damage dealer is going to be much more damage and more important than hitting it with the secondary unit. But if you stick to those rules, you should be able to get the victory and you'll be able to have a pretty decent time. In terms of boost, for the team we're just going to be using all of the universal rep characters. So Goku, Krillin, Tien from the Universe 7 event, and then we're using Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and we're using at least one random event exclusive boost. I went with the God Goku from the Fighting Legend Goku event. Next we have the Ultimate Gohan stage. This one is, again, follows the same similar concept as the other one. You can see the equipment flashing up on screen now. Gohan is a strike based unit, so try and prioritize strike based damage. Very similar to my boy Vegeta, so that you can obviously, stay on top of the main sources of damage that you need. Of course, beyond that as well, Gohan heals, and Frieza, the Frieza that you get, is quite tanky. I would say the Frieza that you get is pretty tanky, all things considered, when you look at partners that they offer you for this stage. So I would definitely say that you can use Frieza to kind of tank up a little bit and soak up a bit of damage, and things tend to run a little bit smoother then, which I think is pretty good overall. With that being said, all things considered, this wasn't too hard as well. Your main goal is to keep Gohan alive, and Gohan's damage will ramp up over time, so it'll start out a little bit slow, but you'll get there eventually. You just need to kind of hang in there. Now, don't be scared to throw Frieza in, especially on a cover change. He can really soak up damage quite well, and he applies quite a few debuffs to the opposition. So I would definitely say you can look at, whipping out Frieza a little bit more than you might have whipped out the Android 17. I think Frieza is a pretty good option. His ability to, just do some good damage, and you can see that he tanks pretty well. So yeah, pretty decent and straightforward stuff. You want to hit your Rising Rush, of course, as you're going to see us do right here, and that's going to cause some very big damage comparative to the Android 17 one that you saw us do. So yeah, overall it's definitely I would say the Gohan one is actually probably easier than the Vegeta one, just because of the relative strength of Frieza to the fight. Frieza just seems to soak up so much damage. And once you get a bit further on, then Gohan can really start to ramp up the damage, and yeah, you really start to look pretty decent. But yeah, I would say overall, just a pretty decent time, relatively straightforward, super simple, and yeah, at the end of the day, just a very, very straightforward challenge fights. These weren't too crazy, so I don't think people should have struggled too much. So you can just let me know in the comments if you need any more help. If you need to work on anything, just look at your boosts and look at upgrading your gear so that you have the, so that you have the a little bit of help, a little bit of a higher boost from the gear, and you should be fine. But that wraps it up, and I think that kind of sums up the event. Covers everything we need to know and completes the majority of the missions as well. So all we have to do now is raise friendship of our 2 units and we'll be done. But yeah, overall some pretty good stuff. And of course, it's always good to get the Z power, so it saves us a bit of time on the hyperdimensional co-op side. But that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.